Since 1959, the West End of Kingston, Jamaica has throbbed with a musical beat. A hypnotic sound of surging excitement and power. People hearing it became caught up in a frenzy and couldn't help moving to this pulsating, almost religious beat. This is Ska.
The lion sing, I am king and I reign. The lion sing, I am king in this range. No more kings must be in this backyard. The lion say, I am king and I reign. The elephant say, I am king cause I'm strong. The giraffe say, I am king cause my neck is long. There's no doubt that you are all wrong. The lion say, I am king cause I'm double strong. I'm king of kings and lord of lords in this land. No more back talk from any of you, cause I'm king from the beginning. I was made king. The lion say, I am king and I reign. I'm king of kings and lord of lords in this land. No more back talk from any of you, cause I'm king from the beginning. I was made king. The lion say, I am king and I reign. The lion say, I am king and I reign. That is me. The lion say, I am king. King of kings and lord of lords, I reign in this land. King of kings and lord of lords, the lion say.
After more than 300 years of British rule in Jamaica, the soundtrack to this newfound freedom was the first truly Jamaican music, the newly invented ska. Ska, ska.
Fire stick, turn round, burn her on her soul. turn around, burn you on your soul. That's why I turn round, burn you on your soul.
The English attacked the Spaniards on May 10, 1655 in Jamaica and were successful. The Spaniards surrendered to the English, freed their slaves, and then fled to Cuba. It was these set of freed slaves and their descendants that later on became known as the Maroons. The English settlers were more into growing crops that could easily be sold in England, crops such as tobacco, cocoa, and also sugar, which became the main crop for the island. Enslaved Africans filled a large labor force required for the industry. The British were impressed with the performance and endurance of the Africans. The African labor was cheaper and more promising. They continued to ship Africans to the West Indies to be sold to planters who forced them to work on sugar plantations. The slaves, however, were unhappy with their status, so they rebelled whenever they could.
Wagwan, Jamaica!
A few months later, however, he managed to escape with 600 of his men and found refuge in the Blue Mountains, where they met the existing Taino Maroons who had escaped to the hills from the time of Christopher Columbus. Now, Queen Nanny was born free in the Blue Mountains of Jamaica in 1686. Queen Nanny's military tactics. The Windward Maroons succeeded against a much superior and better armed enemy, the British. Later that year, there was a separate land grant signed with Nanny and the Maroons of Nanny Town, which granted Nanny and the people now residing with her and their heirs a certain parcel of land containing 500 acres in the parish of Portland. This land patent consisted of 500 acres, 2.4 kilometers squared, of land granted by the government to the Maroons of the new Nannytown under a separate 1740 document ending the First Maroon War. The rebuilt Nannytown, later called the Moortown, was built on that location.
This is the kind of injustice and ill treatment that was meted out to Samuel Sharp. Up to 1830, the enslaved were allowed 3 days holiday at Christmas. In February 1831, the House of Assembly passed a law reducing Christmas holidays from 3 to 2, Christmas and Boxing Day only. Since Christmas Day 1831 fell on Sunday, a rest day, Sharp believed that they were entitled to the following Tuesday. A strike ensued. The resistance to work ballooned into what history records as the Christmas Rebellion, the ill-fated event that helped pave the way to freedom.
Bing! Again, you are sharp as a tack today.
Fire stick, turn round, burn
youths from the parish of St. Anne's, one of them, the father of Marcus Garvey, complaining of poverty, drought, and unemployment, petitioned Queen Victoria for some of her land to cultivate on a cooperative basis. The Queen's response was of deep concern to Bogle.
That the prosperity of the laboring classes, as well as of all other classes, depends in Jamaica upon their working for wages, not uncertainly nor capriciously, but steadily and continuously, at the time when their labor is wanted and for so long as it is wanted. Work harder as a solution to your difficulties. Through your own efforts and wisdom, you must look for an improvement in your conditions.
Bogle considered himself to be a loyal subject of the Queen, but her replies strengthened his belief that justice and God's will could only come about through direct action.
They turn their back on Paul Bogle. Hey, hey.
About George William Gordon makes him, should be a national hero. His position as spokesman for the freed population, the ex-slave population, his representation of people whom nobody else really represented in the House of Assembly. His role in that kind of politics, his radical politics, I think make him eminently suitable to be a national hero.
George William Gordon, he was dedicated, George William Gordon.
Bananas have been an important staple of Jamaica for hundreds of years. After the long overdue emancipation of the British West Indies in the early 1830s, many former slaves left the inhumane conditions of the sugar plantations and began small-time banana farms. The island provided the perfect conditions to produce bananas. Over time, multinational corporations such as the United Fruit Company took advantage of the opportunity for continued exploitation of black labor. In the 100 years following emancipation, labor relations and working conditions did not improve for many of the island's residents. The island was ravaged with low wages, high unemployment, systematic racism, and destruction of labor relations. Working class unrest attempted to bring to light these issues. Nearly 100 years after emancipation, banana loaders went on strike in Kingston. This multi-day strike saw the group block roads, cut power lines, and march. This prompted a forceful response from the authority, but it did show that there was a burgeoning unity among the working class and a desire for organizations that represented workers. This general wave of strikes continued in many different industries over the next decade and led to the rise of groups like the Jamaican Workers and Tradesmen Union, the Poor Men's Improvement and Land Settlers Association, and led to the rise of people such as Alexander Bustamante.
Jamaica is too beautiful. Sometimes the beauty of it seems unreal. Sometimes the beauty of it seems as if it were stage sets for a play, for no real seawater could strike that many shades of blue at once. No real day could be that perfectly sunny and bright. And what might it do to ordinary people to live in this way every day? You taste a delicious Jamaican-grown banana for the very first time. You wonder how it is that you've never tasted such a sweet banana before.
Daylight come and me want go home. Work all night and a drink a rum. Daylight come and me want go home. Stack banana till the morning come. Daylight come and me want go home. Come.
Jamaicans are people who want their freedom, and they want to retain their freedom, and they will die fighting for their freedom.
James Bond, Universal Exports.
Welcome to Jamaica, Mr. Bond.
Flash them hand and it was great. That was something to see and never can come back in Jamaica.
Independence came at a time when Ska wasn't in speak.
Yes.
And so it was just jubilation all around.
You understand?
You know, with the acceptance that we were now a free country and Ska in its speak. And everyone just went crazy for it.
You couldn't go to a party before 62 we play Ska. After that night, you had to play Ska for the party to be successful. It was unbelievable. Everyone gravitated to it. This was something new, and I noticed something too. They had pride. When they looked at it, they said, "This is ours."
It would have been nice to say, well, independence caused people to want their own music, but the music preceded independence. But it was a wonderful coincidence because independence gave it further drive. The music came first.
in his brain. Madness, madness, they call it gladness. Propaganda ministers, propaganda ministers. I've got a aim in view. I'm gonna walk all over you. Cause madness, madness, I call it gladness. But if this is madness, man, I know I'm filled with gladness. It's gonna be rougher, it's gonna be tougher, and I won't be the one who's gonna suffer. Oh no, I won't be the one who's gonna suffer. You are gonna be the one who's gonna suffer.
Ska's heyday was in the early 60s. Jamaica gained independence from the British Empire in 1962, and the music was the soundtrack to a new era of optimism on the island.
Linger on! A punch designed by Cassius Clay to cripple every fighter living today.
There are three main areas to this philosophy: a strong notion of self-reliance, a strong notion of racial equality, and the idea that one has to be free from within before one can be totally free. That is a notion of mental freedom.